So in my last video on manifestation, I talked about my method, see it, believe it, become it, which were basically steps that were made clear to me through meditation. I talk about that in detail in the video, but today I'm going to go deeper into that first step, see it, and I'm going to explain how and why visualization works, because it is far more than just imagination. It's actually a very powerful form of focused observation. And it's a great way to direct your energy, to shift your vibration, and to signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. Right then, I said I would explain how and why visualization works. So let's get stuck into it, see if I can create a shorter video this week. So in terms of why you may want to start practicing visualization. Well, it helps to align your subconscious mind with your conscious goals. And it can also shift your emotional state and raise your vibration to match the frequency of your desired reality. So the stuff you are visualizing, the outcome you are visualizing. Now, when you visualize clearly and consistently, and that last word is key. I talk about being consistent in all of these videos. You engage the same parts of your brain, so you activate the same neural pathways you would if it was actually happening. But unlike daydreaming or dreaming in general, which tend to be passive in so much as they guide you or you follow them, visualization is proactive, it's intentional, and it's a vibrational practice. So what I mean by that is you are not imagining a future outcome, you're rehearsing it, you're feeling it, and in doing so you are on the road to becoming it. So one of the most mind-blowing discoveries in quantum physics, quantum mechanics, is the observer effect. And that's something that I talked about in one of my very first videos. It was called Everything is Energy, and I've put a link in the description. But if you haven't seen that yet, or you've not heard of the observer effect, I will explain it really quickly now to bring you up to speed, hopefully in a way that makes it easy to understand. So at that subatomic level, within the quantum field, particles, energy, we'll call them particles, exist in a state of perpetual potential until they're observed. So this means they can be anything, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. They are just waiting for direction or guidance or instructions which they receive from you, whether you know it or not. So basically the universe is matching the frequency of your thoughts, the clarity of your intention, and the alignment of your actions. So the stuff that you are projecting outwardly, basically, with your reality, with the life you are experiencing. And this means you're not just an observer of your life, you are actually the creator. But if you're stuck thinking that you've got no control or that nothing good ever happens to you, then, well, effectively you don't and it won't. But that's not to say you're being punished. It just means that you are unknowingly asking or subconsciously asking the wrong things. So you've got to recognize your role in shaping your experience of your life. The universe is not going to hand you what you want. I say this lots. It gives you what you embody, or it gives you what you are. And that is where visualization comes in, because it transforms your focus into form, and it bridges the gap between your thoughts and belief. So when you see it and you believe it, you can start to become it. I was actually thinking about including an exercise in this video, but I decided against doing that this time because this one is going to require a few steps, about 5 or 6, and I think it probably deserves a dedicated guided meditation, maybe even with a specially tuned soundscape to 852 Hertz, which is the solfeggio frequency for your third eye, by the way. In my mind, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. So what I'm going to do is release that on Wednesday, so tomorrow, I think. And I'm unsure, actually, if I'm being honest, whether to launch a separate dedicated channel for guided meditations and healing music, because I have noticed that YouTube does not give the meditations that I release any impressions whatsoever. Now, if there's anyone who knows about that stuff, please let me know if I do need to launch a new channel or if I'm doing something wrong. I'm new at this. I would really appreciate any advice anyone's willing to give. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. At the end of the day, when it comes to visualization, the more vividly you can see the life you want, the more magnetic your energy becomes. So remember, if you want results, don't daydream, don't passively observe your life from a distance or from afar. Be the conscious creator of it. Direct your energy, align your vibration, and call that reality, call those dreams, call that life into existence. So I think that is about it for this video, much shorter than last week's. Don't forget to drop a like. I will leave a comment, and I would love to hear about your experiences surrounding visualization and manifestation, and any advice on the channel if you've got it. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe and look out for the guided visualization meditation that I'm going to be putting together tonight and tomorrow, which I will be releasing on Wednesday. Also, the next video is going to be shot in the new studio too, which I've spent the past couple of weeks putting together, and it's the reason this video is late and I didn't put it out on Monday, because I've been so busy. But I am really excited about it, because it's going to mean that we can do so much more, and like I said before, bring Michelle in as well. But from me and the Divine Reiki Studio, it is goodbye for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hold on to your happiness, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye.